Your second incident happened where?
in Fulton County, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And this was around 2013, so I was posted overseas, and we were coming home for Christmas and stuff, and it's late season muzzleloader, so it's flintlock only or bow and arrow. It's traditional type stuff. You can't be out there with anything, high powered rifle or cap ball. It has to be flintlock. So I'm not hunting. I didn't get a license, but my buddy Steve, he's hunting there. And so I was just walking around the game lands, just trying to push deer towards Steve. And while I was out and about doing that, I came to an area where I could see something on the side of a tree. I kind of thought maybe it was a porcupine, because porcupines climb trees and they eat bark and what have you. But as I was noticing, it went around to the other side, and I could see some of the silhouette behind the tree, knowing, because it didn't fully conceal or camouflage, but it was hard to recognize. But I knew right then and there that it wasn't a porcupine, and it was not a man, or because it was taller than a man. But and I'd like to make this clear: on both incidents, I never smelled anything. It wasn't like we hear people talking about the stink. I never had it. I never smelt it. So, but I watched it, and I had a camera with me, not a cell phone, but like a 35 millimeter camera. It had 50 millimeter lens on it, and I took some pictures of it. And I linked back up with my buddy. I mean, I was still pretty shaky, still pretty nervous about what I'd just seen, because in my mind, no doubt, it was a Bigfoot, a Sasquatch. And so he really didn't, Steve is a disbeliever. He don't believe in any of that. But I showed him, once we got the pictures, I showed it to him. And I left him with him. And Steve took him to the Game Commission, Pennsylvania Game Commission. And because he's good friends with him, he hunts down in Fulton County quite a bit. And they got the pictures. They never gave them back, by the way. But they came back with, it was a bear, or either that, it was a man in camouflage clothing. And I'm like, okay, we're out there in hunting season. I know it's not a bear, but this is in late season December, after Christmas, maybe even January time frame. So I think the bear would be hibernating at the time. So I firmly believe what I saw was a Bigfoot. And I'll tell you this, these guys are masters at camouflage, and they can conceal themselves very well. They can stand motionless, to what I think, for hours, but I didn't have hours. But they're very stealthy. They know how to adapt to their environment, and they can just disappear. And when I say disappear, I mean they use the elements that they have, the background of the nature, the trees, the bushes, and what have you, to just disappear. That's how camouflaged they are. And I honestly believe that if you're out there and you got Bigfoot country, look at everything, because I would say there's probably something there. I would say that.